Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the little bell notification to the right.
Top 5 regrets of the dying. Life is not linear, and we have a limited time span. Many of us live life not being aware of the unique gifts that we have to share with the world. Often, we get so consumed with daily life choices and distractions that we live life on autopilot instead of living deliberately and intentionally. By the time we realize our mistakes, it is often too late. Bronnie Ware was an Australian nurse who spent several years caring for patients who were within the last 12 weeks of their lives. She shared their stories in the book, The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. In this video, we are going to highlight some of the most important lessons from the book and how it can guide and serve us to live our life more intentionally. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe and hit the little bell notification to the right so you'll be notified anytime we have future videos. Let's begin. Regret number 1. I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. This was the most common regret of most people. When you are on your deathbed, you can look back at your life with clarity. Many people would have to leave this world with dreams left unfulfilled because they settled for a life others expected of them, not one they truly wanted for themselves. They settled for a life of mediocrity. Most people would have to die knowing that they had not honored even half of their dreams. In fact, do you want to know where the richest place on earth is? Famous motivational speaker Les Brown once quoted, "The graveyard is the richest place on earth because it is here that you will find all the hopes and dreams that were never fulfilled, the books that were never written, the songs that were never sung, the inventions that were never shared, the cures that were never discovered, all because someone was too afraid to take that first step, keep with the problem, or determined to carry out their dream." We live in an era of so much wealth. Many of us, despite having average incomes, have more wealth than kings of years past. Most of us don't need to worry where our next meal is coming from or looking for clean water to drink. We live with a lot of comfort and stability, but we choose to do nothing with it. Every day we wait and procrastinate. Someday I will start my new business. Someday I will create that song. Someday I will travel the world for 1 year. That someday almost never ends up coming as we procrastinate. Days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into months. Months turn into years. And years turn into a life. The day you are waiting for never comes. Don't be the person on your deathbed with these regrets. Don't procrastinate and take action today. Become the best version of yourself that you can be. Regret number 2. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. So many people on their deathbed regret missing out on friendships and relationships because they simply worked too hard in life. There is nothing wrong with working hard for money or to support a family. We all need it to survive. But don't make this your sole purpose and goal in life. Learn to prioritize what is important. Many of us use our role at work, our accomplishments, and status at work to define who we are. But at the end of the day, when we are on our deathbed, we are not going to think about the promotions we had, the money we've made in our career, or how we climbed to the top of the corporate ladder. Many of us take for granted our health. A very successful businessman once refused to retire, even though him and his wife had more than enough money to retire. After their children left the house, the wife wanted the husband to retire and for them to go and travel and see the world together. But the greedy businessman wanted more and more money. He wanted just a little bit more, just one more closed business deal. Finally, 10 years later, his wife convinced him to retire. And just as he was about to and set off on an adventure together, his wife was diagnosed with cancer. She passed away the next 6 months, and he never got the opportunity to have that final adventure with his wife. A lot of us value money, but we don't value our time or our health. Our time on this planet with loved ones is the most precious time in the world. Don't waste it chasing the dollar and the status. Regret number 3. I'd wish I had the courage to express my feelings. The author said, many people suppress their feelings in order to keep peace with others. As a result, they settled for a mediocre existence and never became who they were truly capable of becoming. Many developed illnesses relating to the bitterness and resentment they carried as a result. Many of us are afraid of expressing our true selves to others. Many people live in fear of being judged or saying the wrong things, spending too much time trying to please others. Know that in life, it is impossible to please everyone. If you do so, you will only end up resenting yourself. We are all different as humans. We live different lives, have different beliefs, values, relationships, thoughts, and emotions. We think differently and behave differently, and thus we are all unique. We consider our way to be the right way of doing things, so this is why we are often critical of others. But this also explains why it is impossible to please others. You can express who you truly are or how you feel with no apologies, never afraid to express your feelings. Don't fall into this vicious cycle and express your true feelings. Remember, you only have to worry about loving and pleasing yourself. The right people will manifest themselves when you stay true to your own heart. Regret number 4. I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. The author said of the dying, often they would not truly realize the full benefits of old friends until their dying weeks, and it was not always possible to track them down. Many had become so caught up in their own lives that they had let golden friendships slip by over the years. There were many deep regrets about not giving friendships the time and effort that they deserved. Everyone misses their friends when they are dying. It is easy to get consumed in our own lives that we lose touch of people who we truly care about. When death is impending, we tend to forget less about the physical details of life. You will wish you spent more time with your family and friends. When you are on your deathbed, it is sometimes hard to track down the people that are important to you. Money and status are no longer important. Instead, it comes down to love and relationships in the end. Think about family members that you haven't spoken to in years, your best buddies from your innocent, carefree childhood. So next time you get too busy at work, think about someone who is really important and close to you and consider giving them a call. Think of how you would feel if you missed out on the opportunity and suddenly they were gone. The ability to connect and feel connected with others is one of the most beautiful things of being human. Don't wait. Regret number 5. I wish that I had let myself be happier. Happiness is a choice. You can never choose what circumstances show up in your life, but you can always choose how you respond. Many people deeply regret that when they got to the end of their life, they simply did not just allow themselves to be happier. They got stuck in old patterns and habits. The so-called comfort of familiarity overflowed into their emotions as well as their physical lives. Fear of change had them pretending to others and to themselves that they were content, but deep down, they wanted to laugh and have silliness in their life again. Deep down, we all want to laugh and run around carefree like a child again. However, we often go through life getting hurt, getting disappointed, feeling scared, and resenting others' success. Many of us carry these feelings with us throughout our life rather than forgiving others and ourselves and allowing us to be free. In fact, Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor, chronicled his experiences in a Nazi concentration camp that said, "Even in cases of extreme pain and suffering, while you cannot control the circumstances, you can always choose how you respond to them." He chronicles his experiences in the best-selling book, Man's Search for Meaning. None of us go through life without getting disappointed, getting hurt, getting rejected, or dealing with difficult circumstances. Some things we simply cannot control. The only thing we can control is our response to them. We never know how long we have on this earth. Not all of us are promised 80 happy, healthy years of life in this world. Live fully every day. Choose to be happy, so when we get to the end, we will have no regrets. I hope you enjoyed this video. Our channel focuses on holistic health, meditation, and daily 1% improvements. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and the little bell notification to the right so that anytime we have a new video, you'll be notified. Also, make sure to check out the 2 books, The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying by Bonnie Ware and Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning in the description below. They are fantastic books and will add a lot of value to your life. How can you better design your life today so that you can minimize regrets in the future? Drop a comment below and we'll be sure to chat about it in our next video. Until then, see you next time.